tequileros, welcome back for another House of the Dragon episode. Hi, if you are new around here, my name is Ro, and I am a Mexican who loves Game of Thrones, and it's also a fan of House Targaryen, so this show is kind of perfect for me. I would like to make a quick recap about what happened on last episode because every time when I'm editing the video, I find things and stuff that I didn't notice before, and I would like to share them with you. Always taking notes so that I don't forget to mention anything. So last time we started the episode with the Crabfeeder. Oh boy, he's creepy, really creepy. I think that the council is not taking these stepstone situation seriously enough. I think that Rhaenyra had a very interesting insight on that, and as always, she got dismissed because she's a girl and she knows nothing, right? But she will slowly prove them wrong. I'm pretty sure about that, or I'm hoping at least. And then we had the king being pushed to remarry because he only has one heir, and the position was not ideal, which I completely agree. He needs more kids so that he can ensure that if something happens to Rhaenyra, he will still have someone to continue with his line of succession. He was pushed in two directions. One very directly by the Velaryon with Lena, that she's a 12-year-old. I am aware that this is not a real situation in this Westeros world is kind of normal, but still bothers me a lot. Especially because although politically might have been a very strong match, if we were doing it because of the succession, they still have to wait at least a couple years more so that she could provide with babies. And just like before, they were not guaranteed to reach the age to become actual viable heirs. And on the other hand, we had Alicent that was pushed more indirectly and more efficiently, I would say. At some point, I got the idea that she was a little bit older than Rhaenyra. I'm not sure anymore. She might be 15. Age difference is not as huge, but still bothers me. I don't know. I feel less uncomfortable with Alicent being with the king than a 12-year-old, but both of them bother me. Just to point out. And then we have, Alicent herself. I don't think that she's exactly plotting to get to the throne because she empathizes with the king. I truly believe that she feels sorry for him because he lost his wife. But I'm not really sure that herself was aiming to become queen. That was more her dad. And she was asked to do something, to get close to the king, and she did. She pays attention and she's good at it. She's a smart girl. One thing that bothered me a lot about this whole situation is that the king was asking everybody for advice about marrying Lena. But who did he ask about marrying Alicent? Nobody. Not even Alicent herself. He never asked Odo for his daughter's hand, and he never asked Alicent if she wanted to marry him. So he's not acting very kingly, as already Carlys and Daemon pointed out, but with this he decided it was the perfect opportunity to show them who the king is and that he can take his own decisions. I think it's a little incoherent. Do we see the king Viserys as very weak, as apparently most of Westeros do? I think he's making mistakes that we have seen before. Does anybody remember the wife that Robb Stark took instead of the Frey girl that he was supposed to marry? We already know how it ended, and I'm wishing that Viserys, is not gonna get his family killed or a huge war start because of his foolish, hard-oriented, or maybe, something else oriented decision of marrying Alicent. Oh, and by the way, you could tell how Alicent is aware of the situation, how this goes. And Lena, you could see with her talk that she's just a child. She's more interested in dragons than she is interested in marriage and kids. Thanks God, she will not have to be worrying about betting the king because it's not gonna happen. Thank God. Rhaenys is, I don't know, I see a lot of envy and bitterness in her regards of Rhaenyra's situation as an heir. She's convinced that she's not gonna be queen, but at the same time, I believe she fears she might, because she would achieve something that she couldn't. And that, oh boy, that gotta hurt. Then we have the very fantastic scene of Dragonstone. The clouds, everything was so eerie and mysterious, and I think that fog was kind of representing the tension in between Daemon and Otto. I don't know, I felt like Daemon is just trying to gain his brother again, but throwing a tantrum instead of actually reaching out. Rhaenyra did great job over there. I was hoping to see a dragon fight. I'm hoping this episode we might see some dragon action. I love that scene because it also showed that Daemon cares about his family. He wants to kind of make up with his brother so that he can ensure himself as an heir again. If we had someone different, I don't know, someone like Stannis Baratheon, he would have killed Rhaenyra. No thinking, you know, like, you are in my way, you are presenting yourself here, let's do it. But Daemon cares about his family, and you can tell that he cares about Rhaenyra and he cares about his brother, and he's not willing to sacrifice his own family just to get what he wants. He wants to get it not the right way, but it's just that one thing that he might not be willing to do. Also, the lady, Miss Arya? Yes, Miss Arya. I found her character very interesting. She keeps reminding me of Shay. And finally, let's talk about Corlys and Daemon teaming up. I did not see that coming. I thought that Corlys was gonna be too hurt and probably go against the king. I thought he was gonna ally himself with maybe the Crabfeeder, and he didn't. That's fantastic, but I didn't see it coming. But let's stop talking and let's watch this new episode. Oh, by the way, I saw a video explaining the whole intro and I found it so interesting. I will link it down below so that you can watch it. Like, for example, that's Rhaenyra. That 3 circles together is from the necklace that she got from Daemon. Is this the Crabfeeder? Yeah.
Valerian is coming for you! No, no, no!
Yeah, very brave first, and then also brave. Yay! Yay! So dragons! Well, 1 dragon, but anyway.
Burn the fucking Triarchy guts alive!
Yeah, he will also burn you alive. He cannot see what he's shooting.
Save me!
Yeah, as I said. Yeah, it's like firing a bomb. You cannot control what's gonna hit and kill. You can control where to shoot, but if the good ones or your team is there, cannot help it, they will die too.
Come out, face me, Drea! I'm gonna feed you to your own crabs!
He's immune to fire. Why would you shoot fire at it? Okay, the dragon is immune to fire, but is he? Like Khaleesi? Or, I mean, like Daenerys? That's it? Left?
He has your hair, your grace. And you have...
I passed again.
2 years old, and already our boy has a kingly presence. It only remains for Viserys to name him heir to the throne.
I wouldn't be so sure. I bring urgent news from the Stepstones. The Crabfeeder is stuck in for siege on Bloodstone.
Not today, Tyler. It's been 3 years. It can wait another 3 days.
It shouldn't.
Have you seen Rhaenyra?
I have not, Your Grace. Daemon has driven the men hard. They have begun to question.
Oh, second baby in the way.
Daemon and the Sea Snake started their war without His Grace's leave. Were he to intervene now, it would make the crown appear weak.
Can someone tell me where in the 7 hells Rhaenyra might be?
I guess she's still mad that you married her best friend.
Broken for those.
Your grace.
Did I say to stop? In the beginning. Rhaenyra? Yes, my queen.
Your presence is wanted in the outer courtyard. The royal hunt readies to depart. You may go, Samwell.
You are to stay by order of the princess.
The queen commands you to leave the Godswood at once.
Princess.
She kind of outrank you.
The king wishes for you to join us.
Is it the king's command?
Yes, but
Then at once, your grace.
none of it needs be this way in truth, Rhaenyra.
Yeah, I get it. Totally. At 15 or 20 or 30, I wouldn't be happy that my dad marries my best friend without me even knowing they're having time together.
Should you be travelling in such condition?
The maester said that being out in nature would do me well.
You will be with your own child sooner than later. Make me a proud grandsire. You should ride out with me today.
Rather not.
How would you like to participate? The princess. And you have duties.
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
You would need to be reminded.
No one's here for me.
Sassy. Teenage years are already hard without adding this kind of drama.
Hail, hail, Aegon the Conqueror, babe, second of his name!
Well, of course she feels a little bit left out.
What will happen to Lady Joanna?
She's to be sold to a pillow house, if you believe the rumours.
I fear the gods did not make me for hunting. Might I sit with you, my ladies?
Larys Strong, the younger son of our Master of Laws, Lord Rhaenyra.
Perhaps the princess can give us some insight.
Never been to the Stepstones.
Your dear uncle is the great mind behind this war.
I wouldn't know. I've not spoken to Daemon in years.
Since you supplanted him as heir.
The princess was more suited to the role.
He's made a mess and the king must put an end to it. Clear out the triarchy for good.
But the crown is not at war.
Though your father refuses to admit it, we've been dragged into it by your uncle and the sea snake.
And how have you served the rum of late Lady Red Wine, waiting cake?
Now everybody's divided. Not ideal.
Was your own second name day as grand as this?
I honestly don't recall, and neither will Aegon.
Lord Jason Lannister.
Gathered that from all the lions.
I don't think we've been
Me too.
properly introduced.
A twin serves on my father's council.
Thailand is frightfully dull. Gods love him.
Good she pointed out that it's a twin because I thought it was the same guy.
The rock is thrice the height of the high tower in Old Town, taller still than the wall in the north. On a perfect day, one could see clear across the sunset sea.
It must be quite something.
I don't have a dragon pit, of course, but
Why would you need
Suitor.
a dragon pit?
Suitor.
to house dragons, of course. I'd do anything for my queen. Or lady wife.
You are now of age, sweetie.
Thank you for the wine.
That's all I want from you. Bye.
Is that what I am to you? A prize to proffer about to the great houses?
Jason Lannister is an excellent match.
He's arrogant and self-serious.
Well, I thought you might have that in common. I've been slowly drowning in a lake of parchment, marriage proposals all, and I have tried often to discuss it with you.
That is because I do not wish to get married.
Even I do not exist above tradition and duty, Rhaenyra.
Excuse me, Your Grace.
This is not the place.
You must marry.
Both of them have a point. She will have to marry at some point to produce heirs. Even if the one that is ruling is her, not her husband, still, she needs to marry at some point. I also understand she feels uncomfortable not having a say on who's she's gonna marry.
The Royal Huntsman has sent a report, Your Grace. There's been a sighting of a white hart. It's a regal portent for Prince Aegon's nameday.
He's trying to stop her. Not to stop her, follow her to make sure she's okay.
Princess, wait!
Will she try to hunt the, what was it, a white hart? Heart? How do you pronounce that? Will they have a moment alone? I think so.
What happened back there?
My father trying to sell me off to Jason Lannister.
Do you want me to kill him? We should return to camp, Princess.
We should take in the Kingswood. Were you ever betrothed to Kristen?
Before I spoke my vows as a knight of the King's Guard, I could have married a common-born girl had I wished.
How lucky you are to have a say in your own life.
Many in the realm would gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
Only because none of them has ever held my position. I may be the Princess of Dragonstone, but I'm toothless.
You held enough power to write my name into the White Book. When your father named me to his King's Guard, it was the highest honor any Cole had ever known. Now, I'd hardly call that toothless, Princess.
The beast is upward of 35 stone, and we now have his trail.
Will something happen to him? The same way happened during a hunt to Robert.
I've never been one for signs of importance, Your Grace, but if the gods did wish to show their favor...
I'm not one for signs unless the signs are pointing at something that is good for me.
I had this forged in the Golden Gallery in honor of Prince Aegon. I hope it might provide the killing stroke against your white hart.
gifting weapons on a 2-year-old birthday.
I would be honored to take the Princess Rhaenyra to wife, Your Grace. What I offer you, the crown and your daughter, is strength.
Do you think that House Targaryen wants for strength?
Rhaenyra may take her place there by my side without shame, if you were to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace.
And when would I be doing that?
Many of us had assumed...
Many of us, you say? Have your bannermen questioned my choice of heir?
Of course not, Your Grace.
It is your sworn duty to report rebellion stirring in my kingdom.
Rebellion?
Do not decide to name Rhaenyra my heir on a whim. All the lords of the kingdom would do well to remember that.
Defend her. You might change your opinion later, but still, I like to see you defending Rhaenyra.
What do you make of Lord Jason's proposal?
That man's pride has pride. It is not my wish to command her. I want her to be happy.
There is another choice beyond Casterly Rock, with one closer to home.
His own son?
Prince Aegon.
What?
The boy just turned 2, Otto.
Yes, Rhaenyra's heart.
Not to be suffocated by all this fucking politicking.
But you're the king.
Let us speak no more.
Your life is politics. That was even weirder proposal than Lenna's. I wouldn't even mention that, but I think Targaryen family has a long story of incestuous marriage, so it wouldn't be weird. He's drunk now.
We've sent outriders to find Rhaenyra, Your Grace. Sir Criston went after her, so the hope is that they are together.
If I instead forbade her to wed a Lannister, she would have run off with Lord Jason out of spite.
I don't think so.
King Jaehaerys ruled over half a century of peace while his children drove him to the edge of madness. It is tradition, Your Grace.
Okay, I feel better now.
Do you wish to hear my opinion on the matter?
Do you wish to hear and ignore my opinion?
You believe that your son, Sir Harwin Breakbones, is the best match for Rhaenyra?
You flatter me, Your Grace, but no. It would seem to me the best match for Rhaenyra is the son of the sea snake, Sir Laenor.
I said it. I said it last episode.
Laenor is of pure Valyrian descent, and he is the heir to the wealthiest house in the realm.
I said it last episode.
We must pray, of course, that Laenor survives the fighting in the Stepstones.
So far, this guy, I don't remember his name, but so far this guy seems to be like the more focused on actually helping the realm. He reminds me a lot of the Spider in that way, that he serves the current king no matter what because he believes that he's helping the kingdom.
Princess, I must make a final plea that we return to the camp.
But I might be wrong.
Rather prefer it here. His Grace could worry himself to death if he said lies. Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
I'll have no choice but to, Princess.
Can she too fight? Or her only fighting strength is her dragon? I would love to see her fight. Oh, aboard! Jesus, that was close. And I was hoping to see her fight a person, not a boar. Fright and anger, all taken out on the boar.
Is everything all right, Your Grace?
I named her Protect the Realm from Daemon. I named her Heart of Love because I no longer believe.
Believe what, my love?
He's so drunk.
What is the power of a dragon? It's the power of prophecy. I saw it in a dream. As vivid as these flames, I saw it. A male babe, born to me, wearing the conqueror's crown. I sought that vision again, night after night. My obsession killed Rhaenyra's mother. I thought Rhaenyra was the way out of my abyss, and naming her heir would begin to set things right. What if I was wrong?
What is that horn for? They found them? Or the harp? That's a white?
It may not be white, Your Grace. He's a big lad.
I was a bit confused with the color. And now he feels like prophecy is not met.
For the kill.
Will he fail? Because he's either drunk or hangover. He might fail. Worse, he might get injured by those... How do you call them? Make sure to kill it at the first try, please. At least I think it's not a real animal.
Put a bit to your left.
Oh, come on, kill it already, poor thing. Plus, you're making a fool of yourself. I don't think that counts. He didn't find it, he didn't chase it, he only killed it because they held it. She did kill something. Oh, she has that there. Will she kill it? I don't think so. No. Signs. I think that will make her look strong. She will probably use it as a way of, you know, kind of mediating with her dad. Like, I brought a gift for your son. Okay, no. She's still mad and feels threatened by everyone.
Come, sweet prince. Let's give her grace some peace.
Here comes Daddy with more instruction.
How fared my grandson?
The ladies Lannister and Redwine were quite taken with him.
As they should be. You yourself witnessed the scale of the celebration, how it united the men. Aegon, like his namesake, was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. If Viserys were to name him heir, the realm would fate him for it.
More instructions.
Do you not want your son to be king?
What mother wouldn't?
If Rhaenyra were to step over Aegon to ascend the throne, the realm would tear itself apart.
They all swore obeisance to her, our house among them.
That was before Aegon.
Would you have me raise a man to steal his own sister's birthright?
The road ahead is uncertain, but the end is clear. Aegon will be king. You must guide Viserys towards reason. He'll never find it on his own.
As I said, giving more instruction to his daughter.
I was hoping we might discuss something.
Rhaenyra, she must needs marry a High Lord who will honor her, defend her, and serve her as king consort.
I do believe that Rhaenyra will marry your grace, but she must believe it is her choice to do so. What's this?
A letter
Duh.
from Daemon Velaryon.
Sea Snake's brother. This is a plea for aid. Then why not send it?
Because it is a war started by two malcontents. If I now provide Daemon and call his succor, what will that say of their king?
It would also say that you care more about the well-being of your kingdom than personal matters.
Then I pose a simpler question. Is it better for the realm if the Crabfeeder thrives or is vanquished?
Yes, as I said before, she's smart.
Hand deliver this to Prince Daemon yourself.
Dwarfstone.
Aid is sailing to the Stepstones.
Did he make call for help?
He would sooner die, but his king does not mean to allow that. Do you not think my decision correct?
It is no consequence to what I think, as I'm often reminded.
You insist on ignoring her.
Must everything be a battle?
If you refer to your attempt to marry me off to Casterly Rock.
Why must every effort on your behalf be resisted, as if to the death?
Because you mean to replace me with Alicent Hightower's son. You have no further use for me. You might as well peddle me for what you can.
You have misjudged me, Rhaenyra.
The lords of the realm gather like vultures to a carcass, hoping to feast on my bones.
It is true that as rulers we must marry for advantage.
You didn't.
The Vale had an army to rival the North. I've heard that story since I've had ears to.
I do not seek to replace you, child.
If it was for advantage, you would have wed Lena Velaryon.
Mm-hmm. That's the big issue here.
That is true enough. You must marry. Strengthen your own claim. Shore up your succession. As to your match, find one that pleases you, as I did. But I swear to you now, on your mother's memory, you will not be supplanted.
I truly believe he doesn't want to, but at some point, either he will die or people will push him to a situation where he has no more choice. And I also believe that for the moment, Alicent is on Rhaenyra's side, but he will be pushed by her father to be on her own side.
I would say we have a fortnight, mayhaps a bit longer with strict rationing. We are faltering and the Triarchy knows it. We must press the attack.
Oh, he grew up.
We've strafed them on Dragonback again and again, but they just retreat within the caves.
The Crabfeeder and his men have no reason to leave those caves.
We must give them one, an offering of flesh to bait the crab.
Daemon's dragon is so weird.
Daemon.
Daemon is why we are losing.
He at least is fighting this war, little uncle. Other than master of complaints.
Enough, Laenor. And blood or no, Vaemond,
I will not have you stoke mutiny.
We have a serious situation there. They thought that having one dragon was going to be the key to win this, but one is not enough.
Prince Daemon, I bring word from His Grace Viserys Targaryen. First of his name, King of the Andals, the Rhaenyra, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
I need to come up with a title like that for myself. Help me out in the comments down below. Is he gonna be happy about it? Or will he feel loose? Yeah, he feels like he's losing. And he will apply the kill the messenger part very to the letter.
I have ordered 10 ships and 2,000 men to set sail from King's Landing to join the effort in the Stepstones. It is not my desire to see you fail in your cause. My hope that this aid will deliver the victory that has thus far evaded us.
Evaded us, not you. He will try to kill the Crabfeeder himself, right? Like one-on-one combat. Oh, that's what they planned? Or is he going on his own? I haven't seen him well before. He looks so... Is that grayscale?
No.
He's not gonna sacrifice himself. So I guess they are waiting for some sort of signal so that the dragon can show up. Once they are all out. Destroy the caves somehow. Run! He's crazy enough to take almost everyone on his own. They gotta hit him at some point, right? Still waiting for the dragon. He doesn't even have to say a word. His pirates already know what to do. Just a little movement from the head. I knew he had to be hit at some point. Ooh, now they are raining. When's the dragon coming? Because the dragon has to come at some point. Yeah, that's grayscale, I'm sure. Yeah, they are waiting for all of them to come out. Just waiting long enough so that everyone's out. Now they can call the dragon. Come on, call your dragon. No. What? Corlys, I see him through the smoke. Yes! Yeah! I didn't see the dragon, but it had to be somewhere. Oh! Rhaenyra! Rhaenyra is riding the dragon! I didn't know he could! I thought only Targaryens could! I mean, they have Targaryen blood, but I thought that only the Targaryens were trained. I don't need my brother's help. I can do it on my own. But he's going after the Crabfeeder. Will he defeat him so quickly? Oh well, 3 years, okay, not that quickly, but you know what I mean. Oh, but it's not, that's not Caraxes. Oh, it's another dragon, it's not Caraxes. This is like purple. Oh my god. I didn't know Valyrians had dragons. Now I understand why Lena was so excited about the dragons. Riding one is an actual option for her. I didn't know, I had no idea. Ooh. Yes, Daemon killed the Crabfeeder. That was super good. I didn't need the extra drama that my computer brought to this battle, but it was super fun. I think I will be saying that this was a fantastic episode every single episode of the season. I still cannot get over the fact that the Velaryon have dragons and can ride them, because just in last episode, Corlys was complaining that the Velaryon were sea folk. They were not dragon riders, and now Rhaenyra was riding one, and it was, I believe, a purple one. Interesting twist. Again, I didn't see that coming. This show is so fantastic. It's just full of twists and turns, and now maybe Rhaenyra will find a Rhaenyra a better suitor, because both of them can ride dragons. Is he supposed to be older or younger than the girl? I think it's older, right? So he might be her age. Yeah, that was my mind is going everywhere. But Rhaenyra being betrothed to her brother was just, wow. No. Okay, that was so messed up in so many levels. I know in this world these things are sort of normal and okay for royalty, but no. No. This was a crazy episode. I love to see that Rhaenyra is capable of defending herself and fighting not only with the dragon, but also against the boar. I mean, wow. I'm still thinking of dragons. I'm still thinking of Rhaenyra on the dragon. I cannot get over that. I don't want to go over too many things, because I will probably do anyway in the recap for next episode. Please help me come up with a title sequence for myself in the comments down below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on the bell to get notifications every single time that I upload a new video. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next week. Tequila Princess